Hey guys, Dark Analyst Pay here, back with a new video. I wanted to talk about the fact that there are real facts to gather out here in this reality, in this world that we were forced in. And even though that there's so much evidence to back up what I'm saying in this video, the fact is that a lot of human beings on this planet are just running away from the truth, the facts, the things that are actually happening. And it's not my perception of reality, it's the reality that we're all involved in. I mean, I have none of this, the way I look, the way I talk, the way I sound, I had no control over that, okay? And to think that even the way I'm functioning right now, this is because of all the causes and effects that's happened in my life to be who I am right now. I mean, and when you look at the world that we're involved in, you see the horrors. I mean, if you're not looking for it, yeah, you're probably just going to be blissfully ignorant. You're going to be looking at, oh, look at the candy, look at the woman's ass, look at all the sugar, look at all they're not going to look at the whores, because it's like, it's more easier to just focus on the candy, focus on the carrot on the stick, right? It's way easier to be able to focus on these joys and the quote unquote happiness that people chase. And that's another thing I want to make. I'm going to make this video about the whole idea of happiness and acting like it's fucking worth it, because it really isn't worth it. Happiness is not worth the torture, the torment, and the pain and suffering that people have to endure just for you as a glib fuck to be happy. It's retarded. I mean, are you really kidding me? You really think your happiness is worth someone being miserable? You can't do that equation in your fucking head to realize that. But hey, I mean, people don't have brains. A lot of people can't use their fucking neurons, I guess, and they can't. It's not difficult. It's not difficult to see why we're not worth it. Why none of this shit's worth it. Why pussy chasing is not worth it. Why getting the stupid fucking career is not worth making other people fucking miserable or in a worse circumstance, or you taking their better position, because at least as long as you're benefiting, I don't care how the other person feels, right? That's how human beings operate. But when they look at the bigger picture and they see that, oh shit, this is a fucking messy game we're playing and we're involved in. None of us have died yet, and none of us have endured the worst that can happen. And yet we're trying to pretend like the happiness, the joy, fun times is worth it. You're telling me the few moments of pleasure you get in this world is worth the 8 months, maybe year, maybe 2 years of screaming in agony? You think that's worth it? And you're going to sign up another kid into this world to, play basically hopscotch, or play a game of musical chairs. I hope you get a comfy chair and not one that's filled with spikes. I mean, you have to be crazy, man. I mean, if you cannot see, like, hello, I mean, this is reality. This is like, you really think this is all worth it? Do you think this is worth the screaming and pain and agony that people have to endure, and animals too? You really think the happiness that you're getting out of this life, you really think it's worth the broken fingers, the broken arm, the puking for hours? You really think it's worth it? That's crazy. I mean, I look at it as like a scale, right? You put the values on the scale, right? And on the right side, you got the bad, the shit, the shittiest fucking sensations, the crappiest circumstances that you can endure, and then you got the quote unquote happiness or whatever, the relief of the bad, the negative, and you really think it's like this? You really think? I mean, no, sorry. You really think that pain and suffering is not like, you think it's like this? Like you think it doesn't weigh as much? You don't think it weighs anything? Like you don't think it has a weight? You think the happiness is worth it all? I mean, come on. You know, it's not that difficult to figure out. I mean, you know, uh, I can name an example. I've had a torn hamstring, right, and that shit was horrible, bad, very bad, awful pain. But you know, I would never want to experience that shit again for a stupid 5 minutes of pleasure. I mean, that's retarded. Versus 4 months to 5 months of excruciating pain around my leg. Like, you really think I'm gonna take that agreement and I'm gonna say, oh, that's worth it? I'm gonna take it. I mean, you have to be fucking crazy. I'm sorry, but you really have to be crazy if you think that any of this pain that we're going through is worth any of the fucking happiness you can get out of this life. It really is not. Um, even when I got laid and I experienced intimacy, fuck that, man. I would not fucking take any of the pain I've endured so far to experience what, fucking 5 minutes of pleasure or whatever, 10 minutes. Crazy, unbelievable. And people really think that that's worth pushing your kid to a world full of misery. And it's just so shocking. It really is. I just cannot believe how many human beings are on this planet who can, count their fingers to five, right? And they can't do the analysis. They can't look at the world, look at the circumstance they're in. I mean, they can't look up, side, down. They can't do any of that shit. It seems simple things like that. I mean, I go to the woods. I go hiking all the time, and I see the shit that's happening on this planet. I do see it. I see the fucking hawk grabbing the fucking squirrel and killing it and eating it alive, right? I've seen fucking bears trying to hunt for food. I've seen it all, man, in the woods. And that alone should be like, oh, like, again, and it has to do with people's maybe psychologies or just the lack of care or empathy or just no acknowledgement of the horrors, I guess, because it seems like you're just trying to run away from it. You're not trying to understand it. You're not trying to, you know, model reality correctly. You're just trying to push away things that are not comfortable, things that suck, you know? And I'm sorry to tell you this, but yeah, reality sucks, you know? And as long as humanity as a species does not grow up and accept these facts, yeah, things are not going to get better. They're going to get worse and worse and worse because people are going to keep making lies and excuses for what the fuck's going on out here. It's a simple fact. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why, like, we're just making up excuses. We're going to keep letting the horror, the freak show keep continuing because we're not going to do anything about it because we're going to make up excuses. Oh, we can't do this because blah, 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 blah. We can't do that because, blah, blah, blah. Like, there should be no discussion. It should be all an agreement. We're all human beings. We all have brains. We know that what's bad is bad and what's good is not bad, right? Whatever that good is, it's not bad, and that's good. So, I mean, it's insane, man. It's really crazy how, um, we got a brain here. We can process things. I can add my fingers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know where the five is. Fiveness here. And we can't look around and be like, holy crap, that is bad. Right there is bad. That's bad. This is bad. We can't like point out what's truly horrible. We can't like, just stop that. Oh, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. No, I think we can do something if we fucking put our minds to it and we all work together, brainstorm, come up with ways. Because we're not nothing's gonna change. And I'm not saying in a positive sense because this just the fact. I mean, it is doom and gloom, and it's just futility. And the only thing we can do is use our intelligence for the right reasons, for the right things, like stopping suffering, stopping this torture that happens on this planet. Sentient beings experiencing very bad events is unacceptable, and as a species, the species that is clearly the most intelligent on this planet, and yet we're gonna still make excuses like we can't do anything. Like there's, you know, the only thing I see that can actually be a real problem solution or solution to this problem is sterilization. Okay, that has to happen. I don't know what the method will be, but that's the thing. We need to brainstorm the method. But at the end of the day, the fact is we are the problem. Animals are the problem. They're the ones that are in jeopardy. We are in jeopardy. I'm in jeopardy. Everyone is. Okay, as long as you're alive, you're you're you have the potential ticket holder for torture on this planet, and that's a horrible thing to experience. So so as long as you're still alive, you are at risk. It doesn't matter if your odds don't may not seem like it, but you're not fucking safe from this horrible uh shit you can experience in this world. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. I really wish more people were effortless. I wish more people were more aware, grown up, and accept the fact that, yeah, these are not circumstances to be happy about. I don't know how you could be happy in a circumstance like this, where you know that there's mass murder happening. This is not a good circumstance. And as long as people keep making excuses and keep running away from the truth, this torture continuation is going to happen. It's going to keep happening. I might not be experiencing any horrible things, but it's going to happen in the future. So, it's like it's very interesting how again we're on a planet where the smart species on the planet. We have a brain that can do a lot of logic and reasoning, and yet we're not going to do anything about it because we're telling ourselves we can't. But if we work together, we can find solutions. I mean, we found solutions when things went wrong, right? I mean, humanity has found a solution to the Black Plague. Humanity's found the solutions to polio. Humanity's found solutions to, you know, getting to the moon or um, even flying in the air, all these things. So what's and we have the tools to truly sterilize this planet. So what's the fucking what's the holdup? Well, the holdup is people are not accepting the truth. People not accepting the facts. And they would rather run away from it because it doesn't sound good. And that's why things are the way they are, because no one wants to do anything about it. Especially the ones that actually have power, like true power, like the politicians, the leaders. But of course, they don't want to do anything about it because they want to keep making money. They want to keep being comfortable, like gluttonous pigs. So until then, I mean, yeah, we're pretty much stuck in this circumstance. I can make, people like me, people like Mendham, people like uh, Mark the Antinatalist, and other channels out there. Um, people can talk about life experiences. People can talk about just life in general, the dangers, the risks involved. And you know what? People still make excuses and still act like as though happiness or this thing that they're chasing, this delusion, this addiction that they're chasing is worth the worst, not even the worst, but just all these bad things you could experience. It's not worth it. It's simply not worth it. And it's just unfortunate, man. It really is. I mean, it's just so fucking bad, man. So bad. Seriously, so fucking bad. Just the circumstance that we are truly in is just awful. Um, I I can't. I just don't understand how people can see the world that it is currently in, like see the economy and see the job market and still, force people into this existence. I don't know how people do it. I truly don't. I mean, they must not have a working brain because I definitely have a working brain. Sorry. And I see what the fuck's going on, what's going on out here. It's obvious, it's very clear to me. I don't need to do any research for this. I don't need to study anything and oh my god, like why is it the way it is? Why am I here? Why am I Well, now I know all these answers for the most part. I know why I'm here. And I know why things are the way it is. Because people don't want to grow up. People don't want to accept the facts. People don't want to accept that reality sucks, um and that's why solutions and that's why problems are not being solved because people don't want to acknowledge that there is a problem. There's a problem that's being endured right now every day. And that's why things are not being fixed. That's why things are constantly being broken and abused and manipulated and all that stuff, you know? Um, it's just awful, man. It's truly awful. It's awful how, you know, we have this capacity to think and do logic and reasoning, and yet humanity just remains to just be individualistic and care about themselves and care about their addictions, and that's it. That's how it's as far as it goes. They don't think about the fact that, oh, I'm in a natural world where animals are eating each other alive, and um I'm just part of this process too. Even though I may be wearing a shirt, I may be I have a job or fucking house or whatever, and oh yeah, I'm living the human life, right? But it's like you're also in the life, you're in the reality that cancer is a fact. People and animals experience cancer, diseases, broken limbs. I mean, all these things that happens, mental illness, homelessness. Well, you can go down the list. Drug addicts. I mean, and you know that happens here, and you're gonna still say that, oh, happiness is worth it though. All right. Well, I don't know what else to say about this subject. It's just so crazy. It really is. All right, guys. Take care.